Hey, my name's Ellie, and I'm graduating this semester. For my last semester, I decided to take world religions with Brother Venema. I learned that I should never go swimming in the Ganges, and
be water, my friend.
For my insight project, I signed up for the Jewish ritual of a bar mitzvah. I had very little knowledge of it. I mostly got my understanding from SNL, or that one scene in The Wedding Singer. I went to my cousin Ben's bar mitzvah, but all I remember was that it was basketball themed, there's a lot of 12-year-olds, and sugar. I had a lot of questions, like what even is a bar mitzvah? So I went to Google to find a synagogue near me, because there has to be one in Southeast Idaho, right? And there it was, Temple Emmanuel, the closest synagogue to us here in Rexburg. That means that the closest synagogue to us is an hour and 11 minutes away. So I got in my car and I drove an hour and 11 minutes to Pocatello, Idaho, where I arrived to a small chapel. I met the president of the synagogue, Dale Spencer, not to be confused with the rabbi. He is seriously so great, and I could go on and on about his wisdom, but let's just keep it short and say that he is a really cool guy. He gave me a tour of Temple Emmanuel and talked about the interfaith community in Pocatello. Let's start with the meaning. Bar translates into son, and bat translates into daughter. Mitzvah translates into commandment. So literally from Hebrew it means son and daughter of the commandment. In essence, it is impossible to have a bar mitzvah, as bar mitzvah refers to a status, kind of like how you're not having a college student, you are a college student. When a Jewish boy turns 13 and a Jewish girl turns 12, they have reached a new stage of maturity, the age of obligation. So now they are expected to observe the commandments of the Torah. Girls are recognized as maturing earlier, hence the age difference. They can now lead religious services, form binding contracts, testify before religious courts, and even get married. Following the 13th birthday of a boy, on Shabbat he is called up to the Torah. The Torah is scrolls containing the 5 books of Moses and are divided into 54 portions, following an annual cycle. They're each linked to a specific week. The weekly portion is read aloud or chanted. Judaism follows a lunar cycle, so while today is March 11th, 2020, in the Hebrew calendar it's the 15th of Adar, 5780, and the portion that is read aloud this week is Exodus 33. It's custom for the father to recite a blessing before they read from the Torah. Once they're done reading, it's tradition in some synagogues to throw candy at them for fun. Okay, so something really cool that Dale Spencer taught me was the principle behind memorizing the Torah. Because Jews have been persecuted throughout history, forbidden to read and have access to the Torah, this ensures that the holy text can never be forgotten. Dale Spencer showed me what young men commit to wear, which is called a yarmulke. It's also tradition for young men to wear a talit, a Jewish prayer shawl. Dale connected this shawl to the robes that Jesus wore when the sick woman touched the border of his garment and she was healed by her faith. This is a tefillin. Young men commit to put the tefillin in every day except Shabbat and holidays. They are 2 square boxes that are filled with little Torah scrolls, which speak to God's unity, the obligation to observe all commandments, and the responsibility to transfer Judaism to future generations. Okay, and the popular part you most likely heard about was the reception afterwards. Families spend months, even years preparing. They have been said to have the same scale of weddings nowadays. When it comes to most bar mitzvah celebrations, they take place directly after the synagogue ceremony and include awesome food and lots of music and dancing. It is thought to be a celebration of maturity and responsibility. Seriously understanding this tradition has opened my eyes to the beautiful celebration of a commitment to God. There are a lot of similarities in our practices and beliefs. I have developed a deep and newfound respect for the tradition of these people. I asked Dale Spencer to share with our class some final thoughts.
To respect your traditions, know where they come from, and respect our commonality. Because I know from my study that if you study the words of Jesus, they all come from the Torah. So we come from the same place. Christians, Muslims, Jews, we are of one people. Respect that tradition, but remember who you are, be true to who you are.
Mazel tov! Yeah, yeah, yeah!